Welcome to Little Birdie Podcast. It's Scoot here, and it's time to talk Brownlow 2021. I've got MG, our AFL expert, with me. How are you?
Good, Scoot. Yourself?
Mate, it's very exciting with the Brownlow medals. The first time in, probably before I was a bookmaker. I think I've been in the game for about 11 years, but this probably shapes as the most exciting count I can remember.
Yeah, certainly for the last, 6 years now, has been a dominant favourite going into each count, and this year we've got a genuine, I reckon, four-way go at the moment.
Could be a tie.
You like the tie, Scooty, yes.
I like it. 2021. Everyone gets a prize. It's just the theme of life at the moment. There's no winner. Everyone's a winner. It'd be good to see a tie, though, in all seriousness. Two players to get the medal. You may as well chop it up. The AFL have got plenty. Yeah,
it's interesting betting at the moment for the tie. It's I think the first market we saw out was about the $5.50 mark, and now it's a solid $4. So, yeah, your tip might be getting around. There's I think come down to the last 2 or 3 rounds, you'll get a run for your money, and who knows, might be a tie.
Okay, so we've got a Brownlow stream at 7 o'clock on Sunday. So we'll leave the bank open till maybe 3 or maybe as late as sort of 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. But get in early. If you get in early, it means that we can have more bets. So the first bet that Mark has pulled the trigger on is Clayton Oliver to be the round 10 leader. So you've got him off to a flyer at the moment?
Yeah,
well, the race is already run, so as long as the umpires agree.
Yeah, you come out of the barriers with the jockey aboard. I think it's a solid two player with him and the Bont. So I think they'll both get out, and I just think I shade Oliver by a couple of votes. So hopefully he'll get the job done, and we'll get the bank ticking from there.
So it's 205 that we took. So we had 5,000 at 205 on Clayton Oliver, and now he's into $1.90 odds courtesy of Top Sport, who are helping us put on the stream. But Mark, let's get your backstory for people that don't always tune into the weekly podcast. You're a Pegs boy, and you've been betting on the Brownlow for quite some time. How did you get into the punt, and have you got any funny stories back in the Pegs days of early Brownlow rorts or betting? Because I'm a young punter. I was a punter since I was about 10, and I used to have my own tab account and all those sort of things, and I used to bet cards in the back seats of science in years 9 and 10 and all that sort of thing. So I've got a rich history in betting, I would have thought. But tell us about your backstory.
I always wonder if the schoolyards still run like we used to run them in past decades go past. Well, with technology and everything,
everyone's probably got an account.
Yeah, people can bet online from the classroom. I just wonder how much betting actually goes on in classroom. It'd be good, but back in my day when I first started, without aging me too much, Scoot, which I'm sure you'll do at some stage, is that we had to find ways and means to get bet on. But we had, as I only know as every other school would have been the same, that we had a rich betting history. I know teachers and everything would want to put the kibosh on it, but I was actually surprised how many teachers used to own racehorses, go to races on Saturday, and just loved to punt. Everybody loves to punt, Scooty, so it was no different. So, I used to I actually started betting the Brownlow getting out of school project in maths. I found the link to statistics with the Brownlow.
Good rule.
And started using that as, I guess, my school projects for the year. I could follow the Brownlow and make it a bit easier during the maths projects to come up with a winner and kill 2 birds with one stone. So that's how I started.
And you, I think, might have been via your dad's account, but you got Norm Short one year. What Brownlow was that? Many, many years ago, you took Normie Short for a few grand.
Normie. I've spoken to Normie since the story and stuff, but. I was keen lad, thought since I was onto something, and I thought, this is pretty good. And one year I remember telling my dad, I don't think the bookies exactly know what they're doing, and I'm not sure how much time they'll put in. Obviously it was a bit different back then, but try to shape up to Norm and try and sell him some information. He told me to
rack off,
run along, and we got the winner that year, and I think it was the Robert Harvey double really got me in. The first year in Robert Harvey, we thought, he'd get the job done at the price, but the second year, I couldn't believe he was 7-4 going in on the day. I think I had him winning by 9, he won by 8. So, that kind of got me hooked from then. So 97, 98. But, before that in school going through, I was a ruckman changing forward, playing football at school. And, the years that I guess I was doing my schooling was when Scotty Wind won his Brownlow in '92 and had a good mate at the time. Mine, Scotty West, was actually at the Bulldogs and played in the team, so kind of had a good link then. And I think Jimmy Steins had won it the year before, so that probably piqued my interest as well, that the big men were getting looked after. They certainly haven't won too many since. But yeah, no, Brownlow's always been something I've been interested in, and it's been pretty profitable over the years.
I haven't traded a Brownlow as an AFL manager or trader for probably 5 or 6 years, so I'd be a bit rusty, and I'd be probably ducking and diving. I can remember laying a good sized bet via Michael Iskander long lunch when Judd won it at around $26. I wasn't top price, but Michael rang up and said, "Oh, you got to bet me $4,000 for a customer, $26 Judd," and I think I was only $19 at the time, and I didn't really want to take the bet, and yeah, I got sort of stung with that one, and I can remember just how prominent Ablett was there for a few years. But you've just come out of the BetEasy Crown Bet machine or betting operation. What are the holds like, and has it just kept growing, I guess, in the last sort of 5 or 6 years? Because I'm a bit rusty, but how big is the Brownlow betting?
Yeah, no, the Brownlow betting's definitely at the top end of sports side of it for sure. If it's not the biggest event that we hold on the calendar for Australia, it's very close. So it's definitely up there with the AFL Grand Final, the NRL Grand Final,
the cups,
and the big cups. Just the sheer product that goes out now. The introduction probably in my time at Crown Bet was the who gets the threes for each round. So we were able to release that. So 2 years ago now at Crown Bet, that was probably about nearly 70% of our hold on who bets the threes. So it really created big revenue. And now it basically becomes like a horse racing day, pretty much a 4-hour event, where you can get results every probably 5 minutes on average. So, that's what we'll aim to do in our upcoming stream. We're really going to, show the prices round by round, and hopefully Top Sports will have good coverage of it, and the punters will get a good run for their money.
Yeah, so Top Sport have already got team votes. They got under over. They got the major markets, the win and the top 5s and 10s and rounds and all that sort of thing. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to have a couple of bets of the stream and the syndicate. So if you want to join that, make sure you go to littlebirdie.pod.com and then head to Brownlow 2021. There's a whole page there. There's a little video, 2-minute video to show you how to deposit into the stream. And then we'll post it all on our YouTube channel. So I think the count starts about 7:30 Melbourne time, and we'll turn the cameras on at 7 o'clock, and we'll go right until the final count there. So it'll be probably 3.5 hours of Gil doing his absolute best, and hopefully it's definitely going to be one of the most exciting counts. And as Mark said, I guess the new big thing in Brownlow betting, it wasn't around in my day of being a bookmaker, is the who gets the 3 votes. So Mark has got spreadsheets and priced it all up. So there'll be probably a handful of games each round that aren't really betting options, but the contest and the betting contest will provide our insights with that as well. So there'll be plenty of help for you guys to follow along at home. And I know that Tristan and the boys are putting all those markets up, so you'll be able to bet them at Top Sport. It's going to be a jam-packed 3.5 hours. Got a couple of special guests in the bunker with us here at the Little Birdie headquarters. So it's going to be a cracker. It's an interesting leaderboard. You got Wines at about $3.45 with Top Sport, and Clayton Oliver's around the $4 mark. You got the Bont at $4.30, and then Steel is around sort of $7.50. So it's going to be fascinating to see how the count washes out. It's the first time I think all 4 can go really close here, and especially 3. Steel's a bit of a smoky, but definitely the top 3 in betting. Anyone can win, can't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a smoky Steele is. He's gonna looks like the way that Brownlow will track, that he will give a big start to a couple of these guys like the Bont and Oliver getting out. But he'll be the one storming home, whether he runs out of rounds to get him. But this is a genuine 4-way go. This and a couple of guys that really pile well. Petrarca last year piled really well. Bont's a phenomenal piler as well, so they've got some history. But we'll also go through the top 5s, top 10s. There's plenty of options betting. There's plenty of cheers that you can have through the night. You don't necessarily need to find the winner to get a good result. And it'll be interesting. Little Birdie's looking forward to it, and hopefully we can end up with more than we put out to start with.
I think, yeah, so it's Wednesday as we're filming this video. There's already 30K. We've just ticked over 30K mark in our bank. And, yeah, we're expecting it to go over 50, maybe 80. And it'd be crazy if we got 100K to spend. So it's going to be an absolute corker. So make sure you head to littlebirdiePod.com and head to the Brownlow 2021 and follow the instructions on the page. Anywhere between $50 to $1,000 you can deposit in via your own account. It all has to go through TopSport, and that's the legal requirement. We need to push the money into there. We can't just pick and choose. Unfortunately, that is the letter of the law. So anywhere between sort of $50 and $1,000, you take your pick, and hopefully we can steer the punters into victory. It'd be fantastic to pull their pants down. That is for sure. So all the information that you need is there, and as soon as the count's resumed, Tristan will just push a button, and all the money will be returned into your account. So it's pretty much instant. So if the count finishes at 10:30. We'll do some reconciling to make sure we get all the dividends out per $50 unit, and then hopefully within 10 or 15 minutes, sometime later that night, we'll do it all. But having worked at a bookmakers and given the amount of markets too, I can remember some late nights. So sometimes to finalise all the medal markets and stuff, it can take somewhere between sort of half an hour or up to an hour to result all the markets. So it may take a little bit longer than our horse racing stream to wash out and get correct weight, but I can't wait for the stream. It's going to be something that is pretty unique, but an absolute belter with all the markets. So a bit of pressure on you, MG, but it's I'd rather be on the punter's side for this one than the bookmaker's side. The race has already run, and I think it's a really good edge for the punters, this one, versus being the bookmaker. I didn't used to like all the multis rolling in, and you could get some horror results against you as a bookie.
Yeah, it's been tough for the bookies the last, as we said, the favourites have rolled up the last 5 or 6 years now, but we've got a genuine good count, and I think there's been different favourites as we've gone on as well. Remember, about 3 or 4 weeks before the end of a season, the Bont got into $1.90 even money, which we thought was a little short. Now he's north of $4 at the moment, so he's still a big chance. But yeah, there'll be fluctuations in the count as well, so we'll do our best to keep everyone updated. And if we've got a chance and we think there's some value in the run, we'll definitely be trying to, as you said, pull the pants down of Top Sports.
Outstanding stuff. All right, if you want to get involved, make sure you head to littlebirdiePod.com, the Brownlow 2021, and we'll see you Sunday night at 7 o'clock.